Alright, so last episode we took on Manchester City in a big game in the Premier League at home here. We opened up the scoring 50 minutes into the game with a goal hit to make it 1-0. But then had a second one not much later in the game with Rasmus Højlund. Ball over the top to him. We would find the back of the net to make it 2-0 to us here. We'd pick up a big victory over City. They would get a goal back here with Rodri, and Dean Henderson would make a massive save for us late on to keep it 2-1 and stop them getting back into the game. We then face off Liverpool in the Carabao Cup semi-final, in which it will be goals galore in this final, as you'll see here in a second, with Alexander Isak getting one back for Liverpool there in a weird way because Dean Henderson should have come out and collected it. And the second one there from Isak makes it 2-1. But that would only give us the fire to fight back in this game. We'd get back at 2-2. And then in the second half, Mateta would strike to make it 3-2 here, put us ahead in this game here. Once again, and a shot from range from Quinton Timber. You'll see the strike in all its beauty here in a second. It's an absolute rocket of a strike here from the Dutchman. From range, with power, with interest into the top corner of the net. And one more goal later on from Højlund sees it end 5-2 and send us through to the final of the Carabao Cup. We would have an easier game against West Ham United, who somehow made it all the way through to the Carabao Cup final. And it was 1-0 here. And just before the second half, they got a goal here. Well, into the first, I should say. But in the second half, it won't take long for us to get another goal here. With Pinho running through. After the ball played over the top by Dean Henderson, he would score to make it 2-1 in this score. A wonderful goal here, making it 3-1. He showed out in this final to see us lift the Carabao Cup and add another trophy to our collection. Let's get into this episode and hopefully we'll reach more cup finals as well. And to start today's episode, we're going to take on Roma here in the quarterfinals of the Europa League in the first occur at Selhurst Park against Kluivert's former team as they used to play for Roma. I don't think things worked out for them too well over in Italy, but we're going to play them here. Hopefully get a victory to start the episode off with. Let's get into this game and hopefully get a big victory to send us halfway through to the semi-finals of the Europa League this season in that game, but obviously that didn't really matter too much. So it was already through. It's Kluivert up against his former team here, going at not a foul against them there, interesting. Højlund inside here, Young Pinho. They make it 1-0. Pinho shoots and Pinho scores. A very simple start to this game here. That was just a straightforward attack there, just lined up perfectly there for us, which we love to see. And the Spaniard who's having an absolutely outstanding season for us. The same for the likes of Rasmus Højlund, Kluivert and also Mateta, they're having the same seasons. But Pinho has been arguably my favourite player in this team. He scores here to make it 1-0 4 minutes in. And see, it just lined up perfectly there for us. We could have played one more across it to Mateta maybe. I thought, you know what, Pinho is most likely going to score, and it's done so. We're 1-0 up here early on. And Roma just caught sleeping there. Obviously with Dybala, who's actually starting for them. Usually in Career Mode, Dybala doesn't start for them for some reason. They're going to score from kick-off, aren't they? No, Dean Henderson, what a save. Well, is 97. That's a great pass through to Kluivert, a former Roma man. He run through and scored to make it 2. It's now Midas Vilar. Goes inside, lays it off to Matthias Sule, the Argentinian. Trying to work the shot here, does so. He blocks, so it falls back to them, blocked again there by, I think that was Wharton who blocked the second one, if I'm not mistaken. Timber. Pinho does win ahead of Mateta. Looking to find Rasmus. Højlund to double the lead. What a save, it falls kindly to Mateta. We double our leader, but it does so. It's not the greatest goal to score like when a rebound off the keeper and a tap in for Mateta, but we deserve the goal. Nonetheless, we've been the better team in this game. Roma have been decent going forward, but Dean Henderson made a big save moments ago to keep us in this one. Or to keep us ahead in this one. And Mateta, like I said, doubles our lead here. A simple finish there from him, but a goal was a goal. Well, it could be 3 there. Højlund, if you make it 3, Svidar, that should have been 3 there, but they might score their own goal. No, Svidar saved them twice there. Somehow gets twice out of Morton there. Ball into the centre to Dovvik. Can't let him shoot, he does so, but Dean Henderson makes the save. And on Morton, Timber, if they watch anything from the games last episode, I know not to give Timber space to shoot from Rangers. Here's Mateta, who's through Mateta, and it's 3-0 from an unlikely angle there. I thought Svidar would have saved that one. But the Frenchman finds the back of the net to grab a brace in this game. And we're 3-0 up here at Selhurst Park against Roma in the quarterfinals of the why do I keep saying Champions? I mean, to be fair, I'm used to saying Champions League. We've already played in the Europa League this year, but the Europa League is what we're in. And we're currently sit second in the Premier League table, so Champions League football will most likely be on its way to Selhurst Park next season, either by winning this competition or finishing in the top 4. And we also won the Carabao Cup last episode. And we're on our tracks to maybe win the FA Cup as well. What's still a Bagehi? Could it be 4 here? If this goes to 4-0, then I might sim rest again. Mateta, it's 4. Do I sim the rest of the game or just try to get as many goals as possible to make it easier for us to sim the second leg? I mean, we're 4-0 up, so surely if I sim it with the second team now, there shouldn't be any chance of them getting back in the game. We're 4-0 up against Roma. I thought Roma would have been a good challenge for us. Not going to lie. I really thought there would be a good challenge in this game. But they just, I mean, they've looked good going forward, but defensively they're just, other than Midas Vila, have got nothing going for them. They've done nothing defensively other than maybe Hummels every now and again. And as you can see, our next game is going to be Manchester City away from home at the Etihad, and it's going to be a massive game for us because we're currently 6 points behind Liverpool, who are top of the table. So we need to beat Man City, where the game in hand we do have on Liverpool to go 3 points behind them. Let's get into this one as they're currently 5th on 53 points. Not having the best season, they're currently behind Spurs. They're looking to get back into the top 3, maybe a victory here. They could get up, they could get behind. Also, if they do win this game, let's get into this one and hopefully beat Man City again, like we did last episode, and get the 3 points to keep pace with Liverpool in the title race. Watson, you got to get there before Haaland. Haaland here running free. He didn't play the last game. He played against them last episode. It was Marmouche up front, but they're going to go Haaland for this one. So he did heavily rotate in that game. They played the likes of Echeverri. I think he's going to be back to a full strength Man City team. That's going to be a free kick against Nico Gonzalez there against Jerome Pino for the Spaniard. Pino here drawing the challenges through, creating the space, trying to get through the centre. Jerome Pino could get a shot away. He does, but not the best effort there. Giovanni here making their own equation. Centre back does so. Haaland shoots and Dean Henderson, what a save that is. Heads that away for us. Now we can maybe counter here with Pino in here to Mateta. Mateta does incredible there to play it back through, but Giovanni was going to block off Pino there. Crosses it over to Grealish, puts it back in, and Gahey thankfully gets it away now. Last chance maybe before the half-time break. Over the top looking for Mateta. Can he get us a goal before the half-time break? Jean-Philippe Mateta to beat Donnarumma. That's a big save by Donnarumma. I should have chipped it. I should have gone for a chip shot there. It's a great pass. To Pino. Can he shoot? He does so, Donnarumma. Haaland. Mateta first time. Why did a post? He should have scored there. He's got to score that. To Phil Foden. The first involvement for him in the game since coming off the bench. Ball in low. It's headed back though to Dean Henderson by Gahey. It's Pino now. Oh, just that last ditch challenge. I needed Saar to make a run there. I had an opportunity to get a pass away, but he just wasn't near for the pass. Savinho ball in. That should be offside against Haaland. Anyway, he scored. That's a bullet header from him. That was so unrealistic, but thankfully it was offside. After a bad touch, Pino. I could win this again later on. Jerome Pino going through. Pino, can he be the hero? He's denied by Donnarumma. And City got to scramble and get the ball clear. Savinho. Enquiries wins it back, but it's going to fall to Haaland somehow there. Now they get the attack. How has this happened? Savinho. Good defending from the quart. And the rest going to call it there. It's going to be a 0-0 draw. It's sure the points at the Etihad. A game we could have won. A game we should have won. And that means we go, we now 5 points behind on top of the table in Liverpool. And the next game is going to be a trip to Wembley for a second time this season, as we did win the Carabao Cup. Actually the third time this season, because we had the semi-final against Liverpool and then also the final against West Ham. Now for a third time we head to Wembley to face Chelsea here. We're going to go into the game with our usual 11. As you can see, I felt like maybe starting to core in midfield, but as you can see, Wharton is fully fit after that injury picked up in the last game. He's not out injured, luckily for us. He is fine to play this game. And Tim, I'm going to start in midfield again. But if I do need to make changes, I will do in this game, because obviously last game against City, we didn't score a goal. We deserved to score 1 or 2 in that game, but somehow we didn't do so. We obviously Haaland and Mateta when able to get goals, as well as Pino, who could have won it for us later, but couldn't do so in that one. Let's get into this game against Chelsea here in the FA Cup semi-final, and hopefully try to win this competition in back-to-back seasons, as they won it last season at IRL. Let's see if we can win it again in this series here. I know we didn't lose, so it's Quinton Timber here. Opportunity for a long shot for him, blocked by Many, who had signed in January. They didn't have him last time we faced them, as we get a free kick here, though, in a good position. And as we know, Cliver is decent from free kicks, as we saw in the previous episodes, as we now can just take a long A powerful shot here from him. Front range, and Kluivert off the crossbar and in. Puts us ahead in this game. And boy, he only has like 64 free kick accuracy, but we went for power and decent placement there from him. And he scores an insane free kick there to put us 1-0 up in this game. We're going to get to see it better from a different angle from an actual highlight from the replay, because I didn't really see it better that good from the angle I had when we took it, but it's a great strike here from him. Off the crossbar, and no saving that there for, I believe, Jurgensen in goal for them. Or any goalkeeper in goal for them, it would have been unsavable, but as Kluivert makes it 1-0 early in this one here at Wembley. Timber. Oh, no. That pass is not what I wanted. Shot from range, and that's going to be good save there from Dean Henderson. Chelsea IRL. Jimmy Gittins. Ball in. Neto heads it goal, and Dean Henderson is there low to catch it. And the game has completely screwed me over there. Shot blocks there, thankfully. And there's Gehi, Palmer, Lavia to Gittins. And since we've gone 1-0 up in this game, Chelsea have been all over us. Sorry. And that's somehow conceded. Well, we're somehow conceded there as Jimmy Gittins puts him back in this game. And I feel like Dean Henderson has to do better. He's literally dove out of the way of it. And I feel like everyone else has to do better there. Running through Henderson, big send needed from Newton and Lada from an Ipswich man and Man City man, and Gehi clears it thankfully for us there to stop it crossing the line. Now Højlund through by Kluivert. Rasmus Højlund could be scoring his Chelsea here to make it 2-1 and put us back in the lead, and it's done so. See, as I said in the last game, we did play. He scored today for Napoli on his debut. We should have to see, obviously beating De Gea in goal for Fiorentina, and Højlund here beats Jurgensen in goal for Chelsea to make it 2-1 to us. And a well-deserved goal here from him. He's had an insane season coming, obviously signing for Man United. We brought him in to kind of like try and revive his career. We have well and truly done so in this team, as it looks like he might be able to do over at Napoli. There's something like Scott McTominay and lots of Lukaku have done in recent times after leaving United. We take a 2-1 lead, over at Maresca's men. As we've seen, Chelsea can get back into this game. Got Palmer, ball over the top to Delap here. And a surprise ref didn't give a penalty to that. And Cole Palmer's been left wide open, but Dean Henderson thankfully made a big save there. Like Gittins. Ball to the back post. That should be won there by Gehi. There we go. Out there from Morton, great interception. A play that I would like to keep hold of in season 2 if possible. But unless we get, if we do get a big offer for a team, I could see him actually joining Guy Road, and we will let him go. But Højlund here, through again, and Højlund doubles our lead and makes it 3-1 at the start of the second half here. And could be on our way to winning a quadruple this season. The Premier League title is the most unlikely one for us to win, because Liverpool are ahead of us in the league table, and we have to keep winning and hope that they drop points somewhere along the way. But Højlund here scores to make it 3-1 here to put us maybe in the final of the FA Cup next episode. Because if we win this game, obviously we will be in the final, and hopefully we'll win it again as we did, as Crystal Palace did last season. Obviously beating Liverpool, I believe, in the final. It was in the FA Cup final to win it. We have to beat Chelsea to get to the final in the first place. As here they come on the attack here, Neto. You're taking this game now. What is going on? Good block there by Wharton. Referee, send him off. Send off that man right now. How is that only a yellow card? Kluivert, not the best effort. The pass goes wayward. The second I say it. Oh no, João Pedro through Dean Henderson, what a save. There's Kamada. Back to Kluivert. Højlund, space there. Højlund to make it a done deal here, hopefully. The game is wrapped up here as Højlund gets another goal for himself in this one, similar to the goal that he scored to make it 3-1. He now makes it 4-2 here in the semi-final of the FA Cup at Wembley here. And the Chelsea fans are, well, they were expecting more from their team today, but they did give a good challenge for us here, but in the end they didn't take their chances, and we have done so. And that's why we're winning this game. It's a great pass there, Kluivert finds Holland, who's wide open there. Bad defending there from Chelsea. Taps over, and Reece James just left him open there. And Maresca will be fuming if this game does end with them going out of this competition. Not another kick-off goal, surely not. Good defending there from Enquiries. Trying to get one more consolation goal for them in this game, but most likely won't do so. But João Pedro turns and shoots, blocked by Enquiries, and we are going to be through to the final of the FA Cup here after a 40 victory over Chelsea here in the semi-final. A much-deserved victory in this game. Well, as you can see by the stats, it was a fairly even game, like shots-wise and pass-wise, etc. But possession-wise, we dominated the game, and we deserve to be through to the final of the FA Cup. And for the final game of today's episode, we're going to take on Eintracht Frankfurt. I believe the team that Oliver Glasner used to manage, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he managed Frankfurt before he moved to Crystal Palace. So get into this game now, at home, for the first leg of the semi-finals, and hopefully book ourselves into the final of the Europa League this season. Munoz, Holland, Mateta, Yoro Kwanzaa is playing for them, okay. Maybe he's not on loan from Leverkusen, because obviously he's just moved to Leverkusen IRL. Mateta. Holland's through. This time could he score? Holland this time does score. It should be 2-0 by this point, but we'll make it 1-0 finally this time. Rasmus Holland, the Dane, striking through us here and making it 1-0. What a season he's had for us here. Like, if we do manage to win the Ballon d'Or with one of our players this season, it will be, 100%, well, next season I should say, it's going to be in November next season, but if we do manage to win the Ballon d'Or for one of our players' performances this season, it's more and more truly deserved. But as we've seen in previous seasons or previous chromas I've done, usually if your player is lower rated, even though they could have like 100 goals and 100 assists and they could win all the trophies in the world, if they don't win the Champions League, then they'll give it to someone higher rated than them who's had a decent season. Like in our last series we did, I believe Bukayo Saka won the Ballon d'Or instead of whoever it was. I can't remember who it was now, but yeah, he won the Ballon d'Or instead of a player that should have won it. And oh no, they're going to score for a second kick off on there. Jonathan Burkhardt. I love this game, man. Okay, Mateta through. Holland, can he make it 2-1? And Holland makes it 2-1. Grab the ball, because we're going to smoke Frankfurt in this game. I don't care about celebrating that. Since I scored that kick-off goal, I want to make this game, 5-1. As long as we don't concede another kick-off goal.
Frankfurt's fault they scored that goal, but it's the game's fault. That game is kind of that way, that it just happens all the time.
Beheaded coming the attack here, ball through, not again. Jonathan Burkhardt shoots. It's one of those, is it, game? It's one of those. Pino now can release Holland again there. Holland to make it 3-2. Oh, I went near post, which was going far corner there, but I thought going near post would be better there. Munoz got what a challenge that is. Munoz, Holland to Jeremy Pino. Can he make it? 3-2 here, and he's done so. We're going to celebrate this one. There's been 5 goals in 32 minutes. Insane. And I've got a feeling they're going to score striking kick off again here. They've done it twice in a row. Would they do it 3 times in a row?
And Mason not in the team.
I've got a feeling they're going to score from this kick off here, because the play switch is not going where I want it to go. But defending there from the quad, finally let me select him. So that would be annoying if I do. And your opinion now through to Mateta. Mateta. Well, ball falls back to when he scores to make it 4-2. This has been a weird game against Frankfurt. 6 goals in 45 minutes. It's insane. We're going to take a 2-goal lead going into the half-time break. I wanted to pass it across the Pino, but it was blocked, and then it fell straight back to Mateta, thankfully, and he scored. And hopefully Timber is going to run off his injury, because if he's injured at half-time here, I'm going to take him off and bring on Decore. And Larson. Burkhardt hits it. Dean Henderson saves it. In here to Rasmus Holland. Out wide to Kluivert. And Kluivert can drill it across to Jeremy Pino, who's straight at the keeper now, and his second attempt is wide. Good defending there from Wharton. Timber. Pino. To Mateta, first time effort from the Frenchman, and that is 5-2. This has been such a weird game, but I did say I wanted to make it 5-1. I mean, it's 5-2, but I've got the 5 goals that I wanted. And this has just been such an odd game, man. Mateta, what a finish that is on his left foot there. into the side netting in the top corner there. And you know what, since we're 5-0, let's make a couple of changes. What a pass that is, Enquiries. Can he score? Enquiries. And then Enquiries, can he make up for that miss he had a moments ago? Enquiries hits this one straight at the keeper though. And Burkott and I coming forward. Is it going to make it 5-4? Would not be surprised. It's been one of those games where they're going to get like a result that actually favours them. What a save by Henderson. It's going to be a 5-3 victory over Frankfurt here in the semi-final first leg. We're going to sim the second leg. We should have won this game like 5-1. They scored 3 kick-off goals. That's all they did, 3 kick-off goals. They did nothing else other than that. Yes, they had a few shots. They had 7 shots, and you know what I mean. But they were from range and blocks and stuff like that. Like nothing really, like, to warrant them getting 3 goals. But we get the victory. That's all that matters. And we're going to go through to the final when we do some of the second leg and we'll beat them. And we should be in the Europa League final at the end of the season. Alright, so that's going to call it for the end of today's episode. Now you can see by the league table, we've got a good chance of possibly winning the title next episode. Due to us obviously having 1 game in hand on Liverpool, top of the table. We're 3 points behind, and we're going to face Tottenham in the first game of the episode, away from home. And in the Europa League, I'm just going to show you real quick, we're going to face Galatasaray in the final of this one. So as they were signing out there, Osimhen, also some other players that have joined them. But as you'll see by the calendar, if it does go down to the final game of the season, then we are going to be facing, well, not final game, because Liverpool was the final game of the season, but obviously that has been moved via the Europa League final. We're also going to face Leicester in the FA Cup final. Not to show how they managed to get there, was literally Leicester v Ipswich in the semi-final. The other semi-final we had, who did we face in the semi-final? We had Chelsea, and they had Leicester or Ipswich in the other one, which is great. But we faced Tottenham, Arsenal, and Liverpool, as well as Galatasaray and Leicester in 2 finals. So next episode we could be crowned Premier League champions if we do win all our games. We need to beat Liverpool we need to beat Spurs, hope Liverpool drop points, beat Liverpool if we draw against Arsenal, basically beat Liverpool and then beat Wolves to win the title. We need to win all 4 games. We need to win the Europa League final and the FA Cup to win a quadruple this season. It would be incredible if we managed to do so. But like I said, that's going to call it for today's episode. If you got it to enjoy it, drop a like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.